All right. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you so much for joining. Welcome, everyone, in the session. And thanks for joining on time. Like last Saturday, we again have an energetic guy, Mr. Manish, here today, taking us through the art of storytelling. The session is, of course, is going to be connection with what we have done in the last session. Last, session was more of a technical, but this time today Manish has planned it, making it more creative today. So I want that everyone's right brain should start working now. Start thinking about what all creations we can do and utilize what all technicals we have done. We can utilize in saying this story or telling this story. So Manish, you can quickly because there are few new members also. So you can quickly introduce yourself and you can take over the session.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Swati, for the nice introduction. Hello, everyone. So, welcome to the Art of Storytelling Part 2, Learn to Share Story Effectively. So, today I'm going to deal with the practical aspects of what I have discussed last week in terms of storytelling. So, last week was more of dealing with technicalities of storytelling. So, how a storytelling should be, what exactly are the essentials of storytelling. So today we will see how exactly we can practice those things in our real storytelling. So just a brief about myself, my name is Manish and I have overall 7.5 years of experience altogether in the e-commerce industry. And I am a master trainer and I am also a certified trainer. I am a diploma holder in neuro-linguistic programming and I'm also a certified access bars practitioner. Okay, and my core area of interest lies in communication and leadership. And I'm very passionate about storytelling, and storytelling is something is a key element for me, which I utilize in almost all of my sessions. And I also am very passionate in terms of coaching, mentoring, and facilitation. So I just coach, mentor people, and also I love facilitating. So facilitation is something which I follow, and I also believe in ensuring maximum learning outcomes from the participants itself. Okay, so that's all about me. So thank you so much, Dr. Swati, for providing me this opportunity once again for the second time. I really owe my heartfelt gratitude to you for that. Thank you so much once again. And thanks to all the participants who have attended the session last week. And thank you so much for providing me for this opportunity again to just come over here and present. Thank you so much.
Do you want me to stop my share screen?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can I start sharing my screen?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you so much. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, once again. I would like to convey my thanks to all the participants again for joining for this session. So today we are going to do more about, we are going to understand how exactly stories should be curated or stories should be narrated. So we'll just understand the narration skills. We'll understand how exactly we can implement the practicalities in terms of making the story more and more effective, and adding some nice flavor to a story. Okay, so the session title is learn to share story effectively. So it's we are going to understand, we are going to learn to how to share a story very effectively today. Okay, so this is all about the session. Coming to the learning objectives. So we'll see what are the learning objectives, or what exactly should we be doing, or should be our main focus on in terms of learning objectives. So let's see one by one. So the learning objectives, it's pretty simple. All we need to do is stay focused on our emotions throughout the session. Okay, so today's learning objective is only on staying focused on our emotions. Now, let's say we all know the stories. Every human being is connected or bonded with some of the other emotions, right? So it's very important to understand that emotions are an integral part of human beings. So we, I mean, some of the other point at some of the other point of time, we have some of the other emotions, and this is very important, right? So we are all connected with emotions. So I am going to understand, or I'm going to run you through the emotions which we would, need to ensure to have. We should all have today to understand or have a maximum or take a maximum, get a maximum takeaway or take away maximum things from this particular session. So let's see what meaning does the emotions convey. So let's see one by one what does the complete meaning of emotions convey. First, E conveys empathize. Okay. Now I would want all of you to focus on my tone, my voice modulation, because with each element, I'm going to change my tonality. Okay. And this is going to be one of the most important essence of today's session, that is voice modulation. Fine. So we are going to see how exactly, so just observe me, just listen to me carefully and see how I read out one letters and the words which describes each letter. Fine. So the first letter is empathize. So we all need to empathize with stories, because when somebody tells a story, we all should try to be in their shoes by means of empathizing. So E stands for empathize. M stands for motivated. Yes, I am motivated. I have to be motivated. Other people's stories should motivate me really. So motivation is very important. O stands for objective. Now I need to understand the object of the story. What is the objective? What is the outcome? What is the message? What is the final objective of the storyteller? That I need to understand and I need to keep myself focused upon. T is takeaway. So what is going to be your takeaway today out of this session? Takeaway. That's very important. What would you learn out of this session today? So we need to take it away. Imagine Cinderella, imagine the Walt Disney, imagine Mickey Mouse, imagine everything, imagine all stories. Imagine Barbie and Rapunzel's story, anything for that matter, imagination. So story would definitely make you to imagine. It will enforce you to imagine today. So imagine, don't block your minds, only imagine. Opinion, yes, opinion matters a lot. So everybody's opinion would matter a lot. Opinion plays a very important role. I need to have certain opinion. When you tell a story, we need to have some opinion about it, right? So opinion plays a major role. Then we have, this N. N is need of the hour. What is the need of the hour? Storytelling is need of the hour. That means it is one of the most effective tool which is utilized by almost all the trainers, corporates, leaders to pass on the information to create a strong impact amongst others, right? And last but not the least, S stands for structure. So every story should surely have a structure in order to create an impact. If a story doesn't have a structure, then the very purpose of the story goes in vain and doesn't serve or doesn't create the right impact on the audience. So it should have some structure, some message in it. Right? So this is all about your learning objectives today. So it's all starting with emotions, right? Yes. Now, there is an agenda for today's session. So what I want you to do is, I want any one of you to take the lead and you can read out the agenda in a very meticulous voice or in a very melodious voice. Okay, just read the agenda in such a voice which will ensure that you are like, there should be some sort of vibes or waves in your voice. Right? So you need to ensure that you speak out the agenda, read out the agenda in a very like, melodious voice. So anyone can take the lead and start this. Who is going to take the lead to start this? Yes, I can see lots of chats also here. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I think, thank you so much, Dr. Swati. Thank you. Wow, Ravi Kumar sir, Lata Mangeshkar. Thank you so much. I'm not close to her. Thank you, thank you. Anyone, any of the audience, please, I would like you to take up this initiative and talk in a very melodious voice. Please try it out, it's fine. Because it's a storytelling session, we have to do a lot of stories, we have to tell a lot of stories. Please, anyone, quickly.
I would like to do this. I would like to try this. I'm Bharti here.
Yeah. Thank you so much. May I know your good name, please?
I'm Bharti.
Yeah. Hi, Bharti. Thank you so much.
Hi,
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. So I think you have heard, right? You have heard it all, like what I have done with the emotions in the previous slide, how I have each and everything in a different tonality. So now agenda, something is going to come. So you have to read it out in a very melodious voice.
All right, okay? I'll try that.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Let's see.
So do I have to read this picture?
Yes.
No.
So I think text. Yeah. This text. You get this.
All right. Since it is all about learning to share stories effectively, and then what are we waiting for? Let's dive into the ocean of stories.
Wow, that's wonderful. Can we have a huge round of applause for Bharti? Seriously, it was out.
Thank you, Minash.
So Bharti, I have a gift for you.
Oh,
I have
lovely.
a gift for you. Yeah, so gift is, wait. See, there's a smiley for you.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much, Minash.
Wonderful.
Manash. Manash.
Yeah, Ravi sir, tell me.
Before you could send your gift, I sent the pre-presumed gift to Bharti ji. you see my comment.
Oh, okay, sure.
I'll go there.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Ravi sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, Minash, for having me this
opportunity. Thank you so much.
I want Manash, one more person should do that. That's funny.
Yeah. At least any one person can do this. Can anyone try this? Anyone?
Come on, anyone should try. Otherwise, Ravi sir has to do that.
मुझे क्यों फंसा रही हो भाई?
Okay, Deepak, yeah.
मेरे वॉइस सुन के तो जो बैठे वो भी भाग जाएंगे.
No,
रवि सर आपके लिए स्क्रिप्ट चेंज करना पड़ेगा.
सही है.
कुछ आर्मी से लाना पड़ेगा.
ठीक है, Deepak, can you please try this? Yeah.
Since it's all about learning to share stories effectively, then what are we waiting for? Let's dive into the ocean of stories.
Wow. I think you already have this gift, Deepak, in front of you, the smiley. Thank you so much, Deepak. It was really nice.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it's really nice. Okay. Thank you so much, Deepak and Bharti, for sharing your melodious voice in the forum. And I could actually see that's really nice, how we have articulated it. So this is how a story should be told. A story should, that's what in the previous session, if you might have attended my previous session, you might have understood that I spoke about modality, I spoke about tonality, I spoke about, elements, I spoke about voice modulation, everything. So we are going to see one by one today, each and every parameter, how exactly it is going to have a right impact, or it's going to create an impact on our stories. Right? Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, the next slide is something which is called as recapitulation. So I am going to just take up the previous week's concepts which I have taken up in the last week, and I'm going to just brush up those a little bit so that you at least have an idea, or you can just connect with what we have dealt in the previous session. So, okay. So this is something called as elements of a story. So I think we have dealt with the elements of a story in our previous session. So it comprises of a character, and a character should have a protagonist as well as an antagonist. A protagonist and antagonist are an essential part of a story just to make the story much more happening. If you remember that in the T of the story which said twists and turns, I think this plays a major role in that. Then again, after that, you have something called as static and dynamic things. So the story can either there might be certain plot, or there might be certain sequence which might remain static, when in certain sequence go dynamic. And at the same time, we also have something called as setting the plot, which is very important. Finally, there will be some sort of conflict in a story, and just to conclude, we should have a resolution which is going to give an overall outcome or overall meaning of the story. So these were the elements of the story which we had discussed in our previous session. Then if you remember, we had discussed about this Freytag's pyramid, so which consisted of three important things, that is exposition, climax, and denouement. So this particular thing is very important. So when a story is started, it always should start with an exposition. That means setting the plot, and you set the plot first, you ensure that everything is fine, perfect. Then slowly, steadily, the action is going to raise. Then finally, it's going to go to the climax. It's going to reach the climax and find, you have the climax scene. And once the climax is done, slowly, steadily, it starts falling down again, and it goes to denouement. So this is all about the Freytag pyramid, which is very widely used in storytelling. It is also known as the storytelling framework. Then last but not the least, which is the very most important thing which I had discussed, was storytellers' traits. So storytelling, we have understood first about the story, then we have understood the elements, plots, characters, and everything of a story. And finally, I have shared important, if you remember, triangle of traits. But now from triangle, I have made this to a circle of traits. You can see there are a lot of circles here. So in my previous session, I had triangles. So now this session, I have made it to circles. So these are the various characteristics of a storyteller, which a storyteller must and should possess to ensure effectiveness, to ensure effective storytelling. Right? So a storyteller should be passionate, motivated. There has to be there has to be connecting the dots, sharing ideologies, audience-centric, being creative, driving learning, and creating suspense. So, and also the last but not the least, being passionate. Very, very, very important. When you are telling a story to someone, you should be passionate about it. If you are not passionate about telling your story, then it doesn't serve the very purpose of telling the story. Okay, so you should feel the story. You should live in the story. It's only then you can motivate others, to live up to your expectations in terms of understanding the story. People should live your story. Audiences should live your story. They should not only listen, they should live your stories. Okay. So any doubts, any questions in this slide, if anybody is having? If you have any doubts, probably for the new participants, if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer here. Or any participants who were joined the previous session also, if you have any points, any questions, you can please share it. I think I have to just, yeah. Okay, Vasudev Balani says, Saji, would you appreciate to share your contact? Yes, Vasudev, I'll definitely share my contact with you. Okay. I did not get static. Okay, Sangeeta, yeah, I'm going to clarify what is static here. So now, say for example, I'll take a small example here. Now, let me take the example. I have taken the same example, in my previous session also, but let me just repeat the same example itself. Like, you said like static in the sense we said now COVID-19. Now COVID-19 has kind of become static in everyone's life. And COVID-19 has become has left a mark of being static in everyone's life. And now we are feeling that fine, nothing can be done because we cannot control it. We cannot withstand it. We cannot say that we can lash back it. Nothing can be done. So it has become a part and parcel of each and everyone's life. Now the whole point is what we can best do is we can ensure that we have to be dynamic with the static environment. That means we can move ourselves. We can keep going even in this pandemic situation also. Okay, and whenever the situation gets back to normal, probably that is in our fortune. We don't know that, but dynamic is like when people still keep moving even in this pandemic also. That is known as dynamic, and static is something which doesn't move at all. So in certain stories also you see certain things doesn't move at all, right? If somebody is, say for example, in a movie, let me take an example to just make it more clear. In a movie, say hero is very poor. Hero is down the poverty line, and the heroine is very rich and all. So probably there are a lot of conflicts between for the hero, when hero falls in love with the heroine and the heroine's dad doesn't wants them to get married. Or there are so many things. So hero's situation always remains static. His poverty line doesn't changes overnight, right? Then he says that because with the staticity only, he becomes dynamic. He tries to work hard. He tries to do something just to marry that particular girl. So this is what is known as static and dynamic, right? I hope I've answered your question, Sangeeta. Yeah. Yeah. Sampa says, what do you mean? What do you mean by connecting dots by storytelling? So connecting dots means, suppose, say for example, you are trying to tell a story to someone on, say, time management, right? Now what happens is you narrate your own story, because personal stories or sharing stories should be from your personal end. This is very, very, very important. Everybody wants to listen to your stories. Nobody wants to listen to somebody else's stories, right? So personally, it's very important that you should share your stories with others, right? So connecting dots means when you say something, when you suppose talk about time management, so you should ensure that you personally connect your story with time management, because there are many storytellers who will do what they will say, they will say finally the very purpose of the message that they have to deliver, that they don't do it. So time management, what they have to speak, they don't speak, but they speak on the other stuff. So connecting the dots is very important. So how you can connect the dots of your real life with time management or the topic which you want to connect with your story, that is known as connecting the dots. Okay. I hope I've answered your question, Sampa. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Fine. I think with this, we'll just move ahead. Okay. So now it's very important. So it's a story time now. So we are going to jump directly into the practicality of how to tell a story. Yes. So there is something called as once upon a time, as you can see here. So storytelling generally starts with once upon a time. Okay. So let's see now. Let's go back to our old kindergarten school now. Okay. So wherein we have learned a lot of stories when we were kids. So let's join kindergarten school now. Okay, let's go back to the same old stories and let's see how exactly we can articulate those stories, right, when we were kids. Okay. Can anyone tell me, I think you can unmute yourself and you can speak. So can anyone tell me that what does this story implicates? There's a picture of two animals. So can you quickly guess that which story can be? Anyone for that matter.
The lion and the mouse.
The lion and the mouse. Okay. May I know your name, please?
Bharti.
Okay, Bharti. Yeah. Thank you so much, Bharti. That's so true. There's nothing but
Bharti, the comic reader.
The comic. This is The Lion and the Mouse. It's one of my favorite stories. Okay. So what I'll do is I will narrate the story for you. Okay. For all of you. All of you, please listen to the story, and then probably I will narrate it in my own. And I will ask you to narrate one more story. Fine. So first, let me narrate the story for all of you. The Lion and the Mouse. Let's read the story. Yes. A lion was once sleeping in the jungle when a mouse started running up and down his body just for fun. This disturbed the lion's sleep and he woke up quite angry. He was about to eat the mouse when the mouse desperately requested the lion to set him free. The mouse said, I promise you, I will be of great help to you someday if you save me. The lion laughed ho, 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 at the mouse's confidence and let him go. One day, a few hunters came into the forest and took the lion with them. Lion was crying. They tied him up against a tree. Lion was struggling to get out and started to whimper, crying in pain. Soon, the mouse walked past and noticed the lion in trouble. Quickly, he ran and gnawed on the ropes to set the lion free. Both of them sped off into the jungle. Now, folks, what's the moral of the story? Can anybody tell me the moral of the story? Anyone?
A friend in need is a friend indeed.
A friend in need is a friend indeed. Wow. Great.
Sir, I'll tell it is help helps.
Help helps. Wonderful. Any other thing? Any other inputs?
No matter how small you are, you can still carry out big tasks.
No matter how small you are, you can carry out big tasks. Yay. Anybody else?
Do not underestimate the power of a common man.
Do not underestimate the power of a common man. Yes, rightly said. See the moral of the story. The moral of the story is a small act of kindness can go along. So folks, that's the end of the story. So guys, did you all understand? Like, have you understood how exactly a story should be told?
Yep.
Yes. So this is what is the art of storytelling, you know. So whenever you start saying a story or like, you know, talking about or telling a story to your audience, you should always understand all these parameters are very important to be taken into consideration. Specifically your voice modulation, that's very important. And it's fine if you add some, you know, the jingles, and you can add some sort of noise, you can add some other voices and all, that's all fine, that's all perfect, because ultimately it's an art, right? How you groom it, how you shape it, that's all up to you. Fine. Okay, let me see, there are 3 chats. It says, if one alongs, it will add a value. Yes, very good. Thank you so much, Vasudev. Sampa says lovely. Oh, thank you so much. Ramya says clapping. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Interesting story. Awesome voice modulation. Thank you so much, Vasudev. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay. Now, now I have a task for all of you. Now I have just read out this story. I want you to at least observe this story once, at least for 30 seconds. All of you, please go through this story quickly. Observe this story nicely once for 30 seconds. I'll give you 30 seconds of time. Please observe this story. Then I will have some questions for you. You have to answer to me. I mean, answer my questions. I'm just drinking water, so. Done? All of you have watched the story or understood the story completely, properly? You can unmute and just tell me if you have.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Swati ma'am. I think we have some chats also. Yeah, yes. Fine, let's go to the questions part now. Let's see. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, you have to tell me, identify. So what were the characters in the story? Who was the protagonist in this? Who was an antagonist in this? What was static here? What was dynamic here? What was setting the plot? What was conflict? What was resolution? I want anyone to unmute yourself and please tell me this. Okay. Any one person can unmute, or any one of the participant can unmute himself or herself and can please proceed with this.
I would like to give it a shot. Shoppa here.
Yeah, Shampa, tell me. Yes.
Thank you. So the character, we have the lion and the mouse.
Okay.
The protagonist was the mouse and the antagonist was the lion.
Okay.
It was a static situation.
Okay.
And the setting of the plot was where we wanted to show the how an act of kindness goes, the moral of the story basically.
Okay.
The conflict was where the mouse was irritating the lion.
Okay.
And the lion did not like it.
Okay.
And the resolution was where the mouse promised help, and the lion was good enough to set him free, or the trust that was involved.
Okay.
And of course he was saved by the mouse.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Champa. Thank you so much. Okay, anybody else would want to try something on this, like a gist? Anyone can try, please.
I just want to add here what Shampa said was right, absolutely. The only the thing is there was a static and the dynamic part, both what I feel. So initially, everyone knows that any animal who comes and trouble the lion is going to eat it. So that is the static part because we all know about it. There is nothing new in that. But what we don't know is what is going to come next. And
exactly.
So that will be the dynamic part, and that can be we can say is the climax of the story, where lion can also be get preyed for by these people who took him out from the jungle and in the net, and then the mouse became a hero at that time and fulfilled his promise what he has given to the lion. So maybe that is, I feel that both the parts are there in the story.
Yes, very nicely, very well explained, Dr. Swati. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Shampa, for sharing your valuable inputs. Okay, now coming to the next thing, that is the Freytag's pyramid. Can anyone explain me, please? What was basically in this Freytag's pyramid? Like, how did you any sort of this mountain or this pyramid happening at any point of my story when I was narrating the story? Participants, I need a lot of participation from your end, please, because that's very important.
Sorry, Manisha, while I was talking, the power gave a very good break.
Okay. Okay, fine. So, Ravi sir, would you like to add something in terms of this pyramid?
Yeah,
we love to understand your difficult paradigm.
Okay. Okay, name of the pyramid is Freytag, Freytag, Freytag pyramid, Pyramid. It's a framework of storytelling. It's known as Freytag's pyramid, Freytags, Freytag's pyramid. Okay. Yes. Any participants can please unmute yourself and please speak. It's very important. Hello. Can we have some inputs, please? Yeah.
Can I, or someone is going to take it?
I was about to start. Now you say.
वाह वाह वाह
Okay.
हमेशा दूसरे के कंधे पर रख के बंदूक चलाती है आप.
Arey, I said, then you said, I thought someone was speaking. Okay. आप
Okay.
चला लो बंदूक, you are expert in that.
ठीक है. Yes, Ravi sir, you can start. You can please share your inputs.
Arey, he got, I think, bandwidth issue.
Okay, I think he has some internet issue, probably network issue. I think Swati, ma'am, you can try probably till then.
Okay, so exposition is something we exposed the audience to the story. That what is the basic, from where, what are the two characters who are there in the
Okay.
story. So maybe we exposed them to the situation which was there. I'm not sure, huh, Manas?
Yeah, fine. It's fine. It's okay. You can just share your inputs. It's fine. It's an open forum.
Yeah,
I think you can share.
I'm just trying to understand and match with the words what are written over here.
Yes.
So maybe
Yes.
exposition is we are exposing the audience to the story, to some situation, and then there will be some action which is there in the story. So the one of the character is troubling the other character, and there is a rise in action where there is a action, there is a reaction which comes in the story, and
Yes.
after some of the dialogues there is a climax where the lion was in trouble, and whatever promise
Yes.
Mouse has given, and he fulfilled it. So there is a fall in action in the end. Maybe lion realized that by doing a good act, which was the moral of the story, he
Yes.
also got saved from this particular the problem which he was facing. So maybe I think
Yes.
this is what is the climax.
That's absolutely correct. So I
Thank
think
you, Swati, taking it over from me.
yeah.
Again, the power made a
Okay, fine. So I think, Dr. Swati have rightly explained it. So starting from exposition till denouement. So the whole point is like, if you relate the story here, the climax part was when the hunter had come and the hunter had trapped the particular lion. So that was the climax part. And when that mouse acted as the protagonist, and the mouse was the real protagonist here. So the mouse went and helped the lion to get out of the web, okay, or to get out of the trap. So that is what is the climax over here. And following action on the denouement is nothing but the resolution. The resolution here was pretty simple. That they went, the mouse and the lion had helped each other, and the mouse had kept his promise of helping the lion. And finally, they again headed back to the jungle. So that was a happy ending for it. So that was nothing but denouement. So this is all about the Freytag's pyramid. So coming to the next important thing, that is the other part, which is the storyteller traits. Now, can you tell me which are the traits which I have used here as a storyteller? And anyone can tell me the traits which I have used here or utilized here.
The first one is to be passionate in narrating the story.
So was I passionate, Ravi sir? Was I passionate?
Yes, the art of your narrating the story, you are inclined, involved in the story.
I would like to say voice modulation.
Voice modulation.
Making the sounds,
Okay.
Modulation.
changing of voice.
Yes.
Changing of voice from a lion's voice to a mouse voice.
Being
right?
creative.
Yes.
So these are the involvement. That shows the passion, how much you are passionate about telling a story.
Yes.
Creating some interest, creating some curiosity in the story.
Yes.
Right? So that is about the passionate part. Then it was a
tell me, Ravi sir, you can continue. I will just give you a chance once I am done with Ravi sir's discussion. Okay.
Right. Then the motivate part was that the way you were narrating the story, it was so motivating. Everybody was eager to listen to you. How you are telling the story and how we can do the same story in a different way or in a different art.
Yes.
So the way you narrated it, that was the motivation in the story that you narrated.
Yes.
And the voice modulation.
Voice
as I told you
modulation.
earlier. Change of voice. Right? And what was that? Connects the dots.
Yeah.
You were connecting the dots there very clearly. What the story is all about, and you are connecting it to the subject, the art of storytelling here.
Yeah. Thank
right?
you so much.
That was connecting to the dots.
Yeah.
From going forward, let someone take the chance. Otherwise, they will tell me he is a monarch.
Okay. I saw. Thank you so much, Ravi sir. I think I'll just give a chance to Saurav. Saurav had raised a hand. Saurav, would you like to share something in this? Yeah, Abhishek has said so many things. Thank you so much, Abhishek. Voice modulation, suspense, creative, almost all the points. Thank you so much, Abhishek. Ayush says your motive was showing the story rather than saying the story. Yeah, thank you so much, Ayush, for that. Yeah, Saurav, would you like to add something here, please? Yeah, I think you raised your hand at that point of time. Saurav, are you there? Okay, Sampa has raised her hand. Yeah, Sampa, you can please go ahead.
You were very creative, you know, with those noises
Okay,
of the crowd. That was very nice.
I will tell you one reason why I'm so creative, because I also do a lot of sessions for small kids, okay, in my apartment. So I also teach small kids. I teach them the nursery rhymes, you know, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star and everything, with all of actions and everything. So I do it on the weekends. So that is how I have inculcated or imbibed this creativity. Because when you teach kids, no, you have to be very creative because you have to think every day out of the box, because kids love creativity. So that is how I have like developed my articulation skills and everything, because I do teach kids a lot in terms of like stories. I tell stories to kids, and yeah, of course, in trainings for I train adults as well. I do include a lot of stories in it, and I use all these voice modulations. Thank you so much, Sampa. Fine. I think we'll go to the next story, but next story is going to be for the audience. Yeah, so just how I have narrated the story. I would request any one of the audience to unmute yourself and then read out the story. But you can see an image here. So just tell me what is the meaning of this, or what is the story all about. So you can just tell the title of the story if you're
Is it the Midas touch?
Who said it? Is it Bharti?
Yes, Bharti.
Bharti, yes, it is the Midas touch. Thank you so much. So Bharti, are you going to narrate the story?
Well, if nobody else is doing, I can take that.
Thank you so much. I think fine. I'll just, it's the golden touch. That is the Midas story. Yes. Yes. So Bharti, let's listen to it. So I think, guys, let's all join our hands and listen to Bharti properly and listen to Bharti very effectively. So Bharti, the stage is all yours. Yeah.
Thank you, Minash. I'll try my
Welcome.
best. Yeah.
Sure. All the best. Yeah.
Okay. Presenting here, this is the story of a very greedy, rich man who chanced upon meeting a fairy. The fairy's hair was cut in a few tree branches. Ouch! Realizing he had an opportunity to make even more money, he asked for a wish in return for helping the fairy. He said, "All that I touch should turn to gold." And his wish was granted by the grateful fairy. The greedy man rushed home to tell his wife and daughter about his new boon. All the while touching stones and pebbles and converting them into gold. Once he got home, his daughter rushed to greet him. As soon as he bent down to scoop her up in his arms, oh God, she turned into a gold statue. he realized his folly and spent the rest of his days searching for the fairy to take away his wish.
Wonderful, Bharti. Wonderful. So,
Thank you, Manash.
yeah, let's give a huge round of applause for Bharti. Wonderful. I think she deserves a huge round of applause.
Thank you, Manash.
Yeah. So, what is the moral of the story, Bharti? I think you can just read it out as well.
Okay. So, friends, what is the moral of the story? Greediness will always lead to a downfall.
Wonderful. Thank you so
I enjoyed
much.
it. Thank you, Manash. I
Yeah,
enjoyed
yeah.
it.
Ramya has raised her hand. Ramya, would you like to say something? Yes, you can add.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hi. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, very much.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Last night, my elder son started saying all the stories from past 3-4 days, listening from their grandparents.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we heard this story in a new way from him. He said the same story, saying that once upon a time there lived a king. He saw people who are very hungry. Everybody was so hungry, they wanted to eat rice, pizza, popcorn, and everything, and they're starving without having anything. Suddenly, this king has got a chance, and he prayed God, and he got this wish, so that whatever he touches will become rice.
Okay.
So that's what he changed everything to a rice, so that because he liked eating these all rice and stuff, he said rice again. He said now the king started going on. He found a tree, he touched a tree, it became rice. He found a train, he touched the train, it became rice. And he started adding whatever comes to his visualization. And because he doesn't know what is greediness,
Yes.
it did not really sit in his head. But he was trying to make it in a nice way so that everybody would listen to it. And he started using every article in the universe into food and made everybody happy with that.
Wonderful.
That's what he did last night.
Thank you so much, Ramya. Even you shared a new story with all of us now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
so
to Udbo, I
much.
should say that.
So that's really nice. That's really great to listen to such stories which has a lot of feelings. So storytelling is not about narrating a story. It's not only about reading something out in a very flat tone. It's all about getting into the story. It's about deep diving into the story. It's only then you get the essence of it. You understand. You can taste the story, right? That's what I told you. You should not only listen to the story. You should live the story. The moment you live the story, then the very purpose of storytelling is accomplished, right? So coming to the next thing here, so I'd just like to have some inputs from the audience in terms of this. So what were the elements of the story here? So can anybody just explain this in terms of the story which Bharti just had narrated? Anyone? Audience, I request you to have share maximum participation. You can like unmute yourself and you can speak. I think that's fine. I think let's keep it more of a speaking thing here, because since it is a story thing, it's all about sharing our thoughts and knowledge. I think if you speak, I think that would be better. So you can just unmute yourself and please speak.
Audience wants to hear story today.
Audience also should tell stories.
Yeah, that should be good way of making them to be interactive.
Yes.
You call out the name and ask them to tell one story.
So
like we do in the colleges.
So anyone wants to share about the elements of a story here in terms of what exactly Bharti has narrated? Anyone would like to just speak something about the narration of the story here? Call out the names, okay. I think I'll do that.
No, Swati here, I would like to say, like, see, I want to say, but again, how to start and how to actually
it's
build
fine.
a story is all like
Swati, it's an art.
Childhood. Now we are not doing
Swati ma'am, you just start, automatically it will get started.
It will get started. So you can just tell.
No, Swati ma'am, it is just like switching on the ignition key of a car.
That is true. But
so
I'm just observing.
So Swati ma'am, what you can do is, sorry to interrupt, but Swati ma'am, what you can do is you can just tell what you have understood, like what were the elements of the story which Bharti has just explained. So you can just find out the elements of the story and just explain these elements. So which are the elements and what are the importance? What have you understood? What was the protagonist in the story? What was the antagonist in the story? What was static? What was dynamic? So you can just give a brief outline about the previous story, what you have just heard now. According to you, what do you think, which fits here? So the story fits in which of these parameters or which of these elements?
Okay. I'm not confident. Please.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine.
Don't let your confidence get into confinement. Let it be confident only.
Thank you so much, Ravi.
Can you show the story once? You have.
Yeah, sure. I'll show the story. Yeah. Can you see the story now?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the characters are the greedy rich man, and the fairy. The fairy is also a character, and greediness is the moral of the story, actually.
Okay.
Static and dynamic. Can you just tell me how to locate them?
Static means which doesn't changes. Which right. Static thing. Suppose, for example, now the greediness of this guy, the rich man, is a static character here. It doesn't changes. So throughout the story, you see he is greedy itself, right? Okay. At one point of time, he changes from static to dynamic only when he his daughter like this, and his daughter turns into a gold, right? It's only static. The staticity comes to dynamism, but until then, he is static itself.
Okay.
So this is about the static and the dynamic thing. Okay. Any other things you would like to? Any other points you would like to share, ma'am?
No.
Fine. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing this. Okay.
Thank you.
So climax. So who's going to explain this part in terms of the previous story? Anyone can take the lead and can explain.
I can try if nobody else is speaking.
Yeah, fine. You can try, Shabba. Thank you so much.
So protagonist, antagonist. Protagonist, of course, is the fairy. Antagonist is the greedy man. It was, and you've already explained the static and the dynamic part. The setting of the plot was to show. I think that was the moral of the story, is the setting of the plot.
Yes.
That greediness leads to downfall. Conflict. The conflict that I observe is the greedy man thought that he can win or become very rich with the boon that he has received. But the moment he touched the daughter, and when she turned into gold, that was the conflict, and the resolution is that he was searching for the fairy for the rest of his life.
Exactly.
Repentance.
Repentance. Yeah. So here the climax was like, the climax, the peak of the hill here was the when the king or the rich man had just holded his daughter, and when she turned into gold, that was the climax scene. Okay, here. So this is very important. This is very important for this, and finally, like once it is done, then finally the falling of the things has happened and it is gone to denouement. So just one more thing, just wanted to check here. So what? So what can be the? Can somebody tell me what was the traits of Bharti here? Any three important traits? Anyone can tell which are the three important traits amongst all the storytellers' traits which when Bharti was narrating the story, so you could find in Bharti. Yeah, sorry.
Passionate voice modulation, and she was trying to be creative while telling, creating suspense also.
Creating suspense also, because every time she was using some jargons, right? So which was not there in the story. She was adding something that was there. So this is nothing but creating suspense.
Equally drive learning.
Driving
not learning. To be greedy. Yeah.
Yes. Driving learning.
Not to be greedy.
Need not to be greedy. Yes. Very, very valid point. Any other things? Any other points from anyone?
Connect the dots.
Connect the
Yes,
dots.
connecting
Yes.
from one point. Yeah.
So connecting the story to like, you know, and,
Yes.
with a moral that is greedy
Mm.
thing. Yeah, Nitin says here that creative, passionate, audience-centric, motivating. Yes, thank you so much, Nitin. Enriched learning about storytelling. Yes. Fine. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So now we have come to an end of this, like, you know, overall narrating the small like stories which we have studied or learned when we were kids, or like when we were during our childhood days. So now it's all time for us to share our own stories. Okay, so it's nothing but sharing our story. Now that we have learned in terms of how exactly like a storytelling should be, now sharing of the story is going to come here in picture, because as I said, we are all adults, and once we start taking up any training sessions in any sort of training session we take, audience would love to connect to our stories, right? So we should share our stories, because I know each and everyone has some of the other stories, because the universe is not, if you remember my previous session, I have mentioned in one of the slides, it says the universe is not made of atoms, it's made of stories, right? The universe is completely made of stories. So let's start narrating the stories one by one of our things. So what I can do is, like, I will first narrate one of my stories. Okay. So I'll just share one of my story here. So post that, I think we can, like, I'll give the audience other chances to like share your own stories. Fine. So first I'd like to share a personal story of mine. So I, as an individual, so first of all, like, I'd like to just say that, you know, I'm a Bengali, and being a Bengali, like, you know, you are very foodie, right? So I'm a very foodie. I used to eat, I used to hog on food, I used to hog on everything that I used to get. Okay. So I used to eat, and since I was the only single child of my parents, and I used to be very much pampered. I was very pampered during my childhood in terms of my eating habits and all. So like this, I used to only eat. I never thought about anything else, but no exercise, nothing. And what has happened one finally is, like, I found out that after when I started consuming lot of this unwanted sweets or confectionaries, or like, you know, this beverages and all these things, desserts, I turned out to be like full. I was like, you know, I was diagnosed with obesity. I was like, during the year 2017, like when I had been to the doctor, because I was not able to walk because I had a lot of joint pains, and I was only 28 at that point of time. I was like totally taken aback, and I was to get restless. I couldn't do any sort of hard work. I couldn't do any work at all, because anything I used to do, that tires me a lot. My mom was worried. So my mom told me, I called my mom, and I told her, Mom, this is what is happening to me. And like, she was also like, why? She was also very panicked, because she says, my hometown is in West Bengal, and I'm put up in Bangalore. So we are so far away distance, right? So my mom was very panicked about it. And she said, it's not good. You have to go and see a doctor soon. I went and I showed the doctor. I just went to see a doctor. The doctor diagnosed me. He had given me some blood tests, and I went for all the tests and all. And with my utter surprise, I found my BP levels have shooted up. My cholesterol levels have shooted up. My sugar level was just was touching the border. I was diagnosed with high bad cholesterol. I was diagnosed with high hypertension. Like, my BP was around 150 by 130, and I was only 28. Out of my outrageous anger on myself, what has happened to me? And I'm still happily unmarried also. So I was wondering, what's going to be my future? Who is going to marry me? Right? That is going to have, everybody will think in that way. I was obese. I was not happy with my body structure at all. So what happened was, like, I've been, like, I thought I read books. I was trying to do some exercise. I did so many things. Nothing worked out. I drank hot water. I drank lukewarm water with lemon in it. I squeezed lemon. I used to mix honey with it. I drank it. I tried what not. Everything I tried. but nothing worked out for me. And one fine day, one of my managers suggested that why don't you try out for something which is called as intermittent fasting. Okay, so intermittent fasting was something like which was very much like, I was taken aback. I said, intermittent fasting, wow, I think let me try this. What happened was I tried. First, intermittent fasting, I think if somebody doesn't know about it, I'll just tell you what is intermittent fasting. You have to be you have to fast for certain interval of time. So there are different brackets like 20:4, 16:8. Like, you can eat, you can have an 8 hours eating window. You can have 16 hours of fasting window. 20:4 is you can have 20 hours of fasting window. You can have 4 hours of eating window. So something as such. Then I started slowly, steadily doing it. And initially I did it, but still I fainted because I was so foodie. As I mentioned earlier, I couldn't stay without food at all. And specifically junk food. I liked it very much. Pizza, burger, everything. But at the same time, I thought, no, this is something that is not happening. I need to do something about my health. It's not working out. I started doing intermittent fasting. Day 1, I slogged. I fainted. Day 2, I tried. I fainted. Day 3, I tried. I fainted. I stopped at a certain point. I said, no, this is not working. Then again, I started gaining weight. Then I thought, what's happening? It's okay if I starve for a day. There's nothing wrong. The starving is only for my good, right? It's going to help my body. It's going to help my health to improvise. I said, why not me take this step first? Let me do it. Then I made my mind. I changed my mind. I changed the entire thing which prevented me. It just triggered my brain that I should do this. And I started doing it. Slowly, steadily, months passed by, years passed by, days passed by, everything passed by. And you won't believe me, I was weighing 90 kgs. And can you all guess what is my weight now? Anyone for that matter? Anyone can guess my weight. What is my weight?
Approximately 60.
Thank
Not age, huh? I am talking about weight.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's about weight itself. So it's not 60. You can add plus 10 to it.
72.
So from 90 kgs, where doctor said, where my BP levels have shooted up, where my cholesterol levels have shooted up, where everything has shooted up, I had nothing in my life. But the purpose of my life was like very blank. I was seeing a sea that is like, with only waves coming and shuttling over me, nothing else. But now I made from 690 to 70. And now I am doing the most difficult part of intermittent fasting, that is OMAD, that is 1 meal a day. So I eat only 1 meal a day now. So that is something like, that is one of the most advanced version of intermittent fasting. So imagine for me to do a 16:8 intermittent fasting, I used to cry. I used to sob. I used to say, I don't want to do it. From that particular day, my journey has come to 1 meal a day fasting. And I'm really glad. And I think couple of last month, like previous month, I had been to the doctor for checkup, and doctor said that my cholesterol levels are in control now. My BP levels are in control now, and I am healthy and happy. So that's my story. So the whole point here is, the whole message or ideology here that I would like to share with all of you is, determination is very important. If you determine, if you have set a goal for yourself, strive hard to achieve that goal. Don't leave the goal in between. The more you strive the goal, the more you strive for it, the more you can achieve success. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you for listening to me. So I've shared one story now with all of you. Can you share the inputs in terms of how was my story? Anyone for that matter. Anyone can speak up and can tell
It was a very, very motivational one, Manash.
Thank you so much.
And you built up the suspense, you took it to the peak, and you really got us thinking that, what is going to happen next, and how could you break such an obsessive habit of yours. So I was really waiting for that point to come, that what was that one moment of revolution in your life?
Yes.
It was a really interesting one. Thank you so much for
Thank
sharing your
you.
story.
Thank you so much. Anybody else would like to share the learning in terms of, so anybody would like to share the curve probably, like what had happened initially, just about this curve? I think the rising action had taken place there. Can you feel that the rising action? Like, did you felt that the rising action, like I was, like, you know, I was only eating, I was obese. That was the rising action. You see that? The rising action was that. Can you relate the thing with rising action? When was the climax? When was the
report
that had come to mind? Yes?
the report
The reports. The report was kind of a climax for me. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? This is not what I am. This is what it's not happening to me. It's very bad, right? I need to do something about it. And what was the resolution? What was the denouement of this story? What is the denouement? Can you
of
tell?
course, you are a fit and fine man.
Yes, I am a fit and fine man. So that is the resolution of the story. The whole point is the resolution you have seen in terms of I have started fasting, I've started doing one meal a day, and finally I got the resolution of being fit and healthy. Okay, so that is nothing but the importance of storytelling. So just like I have shared my story, I would want any of the audience to please share your story. Okay, then we will analyze in terms of where was the climax, where was the denouement, we'll understand, we'll analyze the peak of the triangle. Okay? Yeah, anyone can share your story, please. Yes, who is going to share the story? Any part of story for that matter, you can share. It can be anything.
Mr. Vasudev wants to share the story. If Mr. Vasudev, you can unmute and you can share your story.
Yeah. Vasudev, I think you said you can share. You wanted to share the story.
Actually, I would like to show you the realistic video.
Okay.
If you share the story, it will
how
be
that can be taken. Okay, let me check now. Yeah. Yeah, fine. There were 3 elephants. They were quite, what do you call, thirsty. Slowly and slowly, they were moving in the jungle. They saw a beautiful lake besides. Now, into the lake, a tiny elephant cannot go to drink the water because the water is far. Now, his dad also joined him because he was helpless. Can I share you? I mean, audio cannot be shared, is it? Because it is awesome. I mean, I will not be able to speak right now at the immediate juncture.
Fine, sir. Whatever you want to speak, you can share it. It's fine.
Let me check whether that can be, audibility hota hai ki nahi. Just a minute.
in between. If someone is ready, can share the small part of.
You can share meantime.
Yeah. Anyone who wants to share can please share the story.
Manash, please keep that flow chart thing open, no?
Which one?
Can you just show the
Okay.
resolution, that's chart?
Okay, this chart.
I think you people will be able to hear audio right now.
No, sir.
Nitin Jain, thank you so much for saying yes, doctor report final results. Thank you so much, Nitin. Yes. Anyone would like to share the story, please? In the meantime.
Not audible, Mr. Vasudev. It's not audible.
Okay, I'll have to pick someone then. If somebody doesn't share the story. Yes. Okay, I will pick up. See. Okay, Nitin Jain. Can we hear from you, Nitin? Can we hear from you one story, Nitin? Your personal experience story. Anyone, please. I want a lot of participation from the audience. It's a request.
Okay, if no one is ready, then I'll share.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ravi sir. Thank you. Yeah, you can share the story, please.
Yes, right. As most of you know that uh, I did serve in the Indian Army some 14 years back. I got retired after serving for almost 3 decades in the Indian Army. In my entire journey of the army life, uh, somewhere in the beginning of very early stages of 90s, I was deputed on an UN mission to Somalia.
Okay.
So till then, you see, an army life, khao pio, moj karo, whenever you are free, and so everything is given free of caste, and you see, that was the tendency. But because of my technical abilities and all those things, I was almost deputed for every alternative operations that during my entire service of 30 years. So this was another chance going abroad to Somalia. So even then, as I had mentioned, I do 4 DMW karke, that is 4 days meals a week. Rest 3 days I'll be on a fasting. Even then I was on a fasting for 2 days in a week, say almost every Tuesdays and every Saturdays. But that time I was a meat lover, very. I used to love non-veg very much. I wanted non-veg for breakfast. I wanted non-veg for lunch. I wanted non-veg for evening snacks. I wanted non-veg for dinner. So that was the way I lived my life till almost 2003. But when I was in Somalia, there I found when I met the citizens, when I met the civilians there, when we were there as a UN mission troops, I saw and I felt people there were starving. I can say that is the very worst scenario of starving I've ever seen in my life. A very worst scenario. One fine day when I was on my patrolling duty with my team, I observed that some of the cadets in the camp, we normally waste food when we have it from our mess, brought it to our duty location or something if we are not there in the mess. So that time we used to waste food. And I saw the children or even the elders, the parents, picking up those leftover foods, what we used to throw away, and one person's leftover food, one soldier's leftover food was consumed by almost one family. It was like, the family members number varied from 3 to 5. A parent with 2 children or 3 children. Then that used to serve one complete family's food, one person's leftover. Then I thought, what a situation is this? Is this the starving scenario? Then whatever we are wasting, that what a stupid thing that we are doing with all our lust or with all our masti. We are not valuing our food. We are not giving respect to our food. There was a day when I thought, yes, I shouldn't waste my food. I should take whatever I can eat, or I should eat whatever I take. Then from that day, I made it a point that the days whenever I am on a fasting, it was on Tuesdays and Saturdays, what I used to do was, I used to take my share of food, untouched food, and I used to give it to the children, the poor children. So there actually there was a very good learning for me in that career, in that life of almost 18 months over there in Somalia. You see, you should never waste food, because food is such a valuable thing in the human's life, or any living being's life for that matter. And so that day I made there was this, that day actually I wrote in my diary, eat whatever you have taken, or you take whatever you can consume. So from that day onwards till today, from say it was 91, 92, I believe, from that day till today, I am following the same rule, and I am working on the same principles. And I see to it that wherever I am there in a group or somewhere, even if there is in a buffet, I advise the people, see, you want go for a second serve, but don't be greedy of food and don't waste the food. So this is a very small, realistic story that has happened in my real life journey, what I have come across so far. That's it. Thank you so much for hearing me.
Thank you so much, Ravi sir. I think that was a really inspiring story. I think guys, all of us can, I think we all can connect with the dots right here. So from here, Ravi sir's journey to not further to fasting, to not eating, then finally helping the poor people. There are so many things which are connected. This is known as connecting of the dots. Okay. So you can see there was some sort of climax, there was rising action, there was denouement. So all those things were falling at place. Yeah, Ramya has something to say. She has raised her hand. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I just wanted to thank Ravi sir. I was waiting to listen his story from quite a very long time. I didn't dare to ask him to say his story, but finally it has happened today.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ramya ma'am. Thank you so
Both
much.
of you, thank you sir, and Swati ma'am, thank you for making this happen.
Thank you,
Thank
Ramya.
Okay, I think I have a question in the chat. Thank you so much, Bharti. Thank you so much. And okay, please explain the story chart once again. Ashwin Nitish says that. Yeah, story chart in the sense like these are the elements of the story, Ashwin. So elements of the story comprises of a character. So that's what we have been discussing. So we are all a character. Story will not be there without a character. So a character comprises of two important things. One is a protagonist and an antagonist. Then the story plot can either be a static plot or it can be a dynamic plot. Static plot is where things are all still. Now, when I shared the example of my own story, the static plot was like I was eating, I was not bothered about obesity at all, right? But when that obesity thing just triggered my brain or my mind, when I got the report, at that only point of time from static, I changed to dynamic. Dynamic means I thought, yeah, I should really do something about my health because it is like deteriorating. I should really take up some initiative to ensure that I should do something about it. Then I started setting the plot. Setting the plot is I started doing intermittent fasting from the smallest thing. Then I started, doing finally from the smallest thing to 1 meal a day. I started. There is nothing but setting the plot. Conflict was like when I was having conflict with my own, I started starving, but still I pushed the starving back. I lashed back the starving and I said, no, stay where you are. You are not supposed to come and bother me. You have to stay at your own state. Don't come and bother me. Okay, let me accomplish my goal, what I have to accomplish. And because of which the resolution is losing 20 kilos. So that's all about the elements of story. Hope I have answered your question, Ashwin.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I think with this, we have just come to the last part of the session. So I would just request any one of you or all of you to just mention in the chats any key learnings, like what you have learned out of this entire storytelling session. Any three major key learnings. So this was the second part to storytelling. So on this part to storytelling, what are the three key learnings that you have learned? So you can just mention it in the chat, or if you want to say something also, you're most welcome to say it also. But if you want to mention it in the chat, please do mention it in the chat as well. Thank you so much.
I would like to tell because I'm on a mobile. It takes me a lot of time to key it in.
Sure.
Right.
You
The
can.
major key learning for me here was the motivation in the story, then the intonation while reciting or narrating a story, and the third one was the building the suspense or building the creativeness in the story.
Yes, that's very important. Thank you so much, Ravi sir. Sampa, thank you so much. The architecture of storytelling. Thank you so much. Nitin says storytelling also needs creativity, motivation, and connect the dots is very important in storytelling. Yes, Nitin, that's very, very, very important. Okay. Anybody else would like to share anything? Either you
Yes,
can
I'm
say.
Swati here. I would like to
Swati.
say it needs a lot of preparation, I think, before starting a story, explaining a story. I tried actually now, but I'm not able to do it because maybe I want it to be interesting. So that is one important thing which I understood from you, like how to make it, explain it in an interesting way.
Yes.
Whatever you're speaking now, it is like creating that interest in the other person to listen.
Yeah.
That
you so much.
how to create that, you have to tell us. Very interesting. A lot of preparation is required for that.
Yeah. So I think that's what I said. That's what I also mentioned, right? How I have inculcated this habit. Like I do teach small kids. So kids will always have their colorful books, with a lot of pictures and animated images and all.
Yes.
And once you show the action, once you tell them story and you teach them, they tend to understand it more. And I utilized it in my corporate world, corporate life also. When I train, do some corporate trainings on like soft skills or leadership and all. And I have seen significant shift in the paradigm of people when their focus will be definitely there's a complete shift in it. So they can imagine the emotions thing which I just initially showed you, that what are the parameters that you should imagine. So storytelling is going to make you imagine a lot. It's going to make you creative. It's going to make you imaginative. It's going to make you it's going to make you understand what is the objective of it. So everything, right? Yeah. Even the dull story also, you can just make it very happening. Interesting. So that the way, if you just add those jargons and those jills and also, it's gonna really make it very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Aswin, thank you so much for sharing. It's connecting dots. Gaurav says, thank you, Manish. Understood the proper way that storytelling with emotions actually can give more liveliness to the part which directly hits the mind. Yes, that's very true. Ashwin says, excellent session. Thank you so much, Ashwin. Just one thing,
Manish.
Yeah.
I think to inculcate this art of storytelling,
yes,
learning the kid stories and visualizing the climax within ourselves will really build up the interest within us, I believe.
Yes, sure.
To start with, that would be the initial stage of learning the art of storytelling.
Exactly. So
especially we should read the kids stories, like Panchatantras or something like that.
Yes.
So from there we can build up our art of telling the stories. Then narrating the stories to the kids. Then it keeps up our pace.
Agree.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, it's correct. I completely agree. So that's what I think. Even we have one lovely point from Dr. Swati ma'am also. Like she says that practice is the tool by short stories. Yeah. So short stories, that's the very important thing. So how you can share, that's the reason even in my content also, first I had put 2 slides of model stories. Then I started sharing this with you, because you need to understand how to build a connect, how to tone, tweak your tone to tell a story. And the kids stories, that gives you the way how you can do that. Then you can have voice modulations, moderate, how exactly you need to tell a story, how exactly what should be the pitch, what should be the where and all you should use use pauses, where and all you should have pace, where and all you should stretch certain words, all those things. And I would also suggest to all of you to also watch a lot of TED Talks. I think TED Talks is one of the forum where you get excellent storytellers there. So everybody in the TED Talk has a story to tell or has a story to share. So just start off with the storytelling thing. So TED Talks is a lovely forum. to learn stories. And also there is one more website you can refer. There is something called as Goalcast, GOALCAST. So Goalcast, you can subscribe to that. The videos are readily available on YouTube. You can very well go and just Google it, and you will find amazing and interesting videos. And also one more suggestion is you can also check out the Toastmasters International videos. Wow, what amazing videos they what amazing stories they tell. The body language, their way of speech, everything. It's so fascinating. It's so fascinating. So Toastmasters, TED Talks, and Goalcast. So these are the major 3 forums which even I do follow. So and I've learned so many things from by visualizing those things, by understanding how they do it and all. So it's also kind of a self-learning. So you need to also do a lot of self-grooming in terms of this. Yeah, I think Nitin says Ramya, you have something to say?
Yes, this storytelling, art of storytelling can make wonders. That is how Mr. Rajamouli, director of Bahubali 1 and 2, his father is a story writer, and he listened the narration of a story from his childhood. In one of his interviews, he stated that the way he visualized these little stories like Vikramarka Bethal and these all stories, how huge used to be Adaban, how great used to be a king. These all made his mind to make something great and big. And that's how the visualization of big thing has come into the Bahubali. He made sure that all the people who acted in the Bahubali are 6 feet for sure.
Yeah,
and that's how everything he made sure, point to point, that whole kingdom should be that huge and small and huge whenever it is. And the other kingdoms are very little and tiny. So that's how the storytelling from the childhood has a greatest impact on such a great director.
Thank you so much, Ramya. That's the art. That's what I hope you can connect it right now. How exactly a story. Even the directors or producers in the movie also, when they try to prepare a movie or try to shoot a movie also, lot of story things, lot of climax things, lot of this, that, everything they need to take into consideration, because whole idea is it should create some impact on the audience. The whole idea is that, right? So if you are creating an impact on the audience, nothing like it. So I would just like to say something about, I hope all of you know this Renault personality. So can you read this quote, please? It's by Steve Jobs. I want anyone to read this quote. Please, anyone can read this quote. Yes, Ramya?
Am I audible now?
Yeah, you are audible.
The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation that is to come. Steve Jobs.
Thank you so much, Ramya. So I think the very powerful message has been given by the powerful person, Steve Jobs. Yes, two participants have raised their hands. Those who have raised their hands, can you please speak what you have to say? You can please convey it.
Yeah, Nitin, I just want to repeat that what Ramya said.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Thank you, Nitin.
Okay.
Yeah.
The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation that is to come.
Thank you so much, Nitin. Thank you so much, Nitin. It was lovely. It was lovely. Okay. Can we hear this in Ravi sir? Ravi sir, I think you are in great demand today. So can you? Ravi sir, can you please read this out?
Yeah,
sure.
Ravi sir, थोड़ा आवाज कड़क बना के बोलिए तो मजा आ जाएगा. चाय का टाइम हो गया.
Sure, sir. Sure. Why not? I'll do it. Okay. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation that is to come. Steve Jobs.
Yay, wonderful. Very nice. Thank you so much.
Can I try, Manas?
Yes, you can. Deepak, right? Yes, Deepak, you can.
Yeah. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation that is to come. Steve Jobs.
Wow, that's really nice. That's really amazing. Okay. Okay. I think with this,
I think
just-
Deepak's voice is totally contradictory to my voice.
He brought Shah Rukh Khan in the show.
रवि
हाँ
वो
हाँ जी हाँ
वो
जी
एक हिंदी में कहावत है कि एक
हाँ,
नैन में दो
बोलिए।
तलवार नहीं रह सकती है।
नहीं रह सकते
So I think with this, we have just come to an end. Thank you so much for patiently listening to me. I mean, I hope the session was fruitful to all of you. We have learned something out of this session, and I'm really happy to see participants coming up and getting this Steve Jobs quote. Really glad. So thank you so much. Thank you, Trainers Club. Thank you, Swati ma'am, and thank you
Manish.
all the
It's a great
participants.
session. Thank you so much, Manish.
Thank you. It was my pleasure. And thank you so much, Swati ma'am, to just provide me with this opportunity once again to come here and showcase, to have some practical insights in terms of what storytelling is all about. Thank you
Thanks
so
to
much.
you too,
I have
Manas.
some-
You are spotting.
Manas, I have something to say. Manas, I have something to say.
Yes, Deepak.
No thanks to you because we're going to see you again.
Oh, thank you so much, Deepak. Okay, any questions if you have, you can please post it or you can ask me. I think we are running out of time. If you have 1 or 2 questions, I would be able to take it, or else if there are no questions, we can wrap this. Yes, somebody was saying something. I'm so sorry, I had to interrupt.
Nothing. I was just trying to say that you made our day very light and happy.
Welcome. Thank you so
With
much.
learning.
Yeah, that's important. So
Yeah,
learning
that can't be forgotten. No? That word can't be forgotten.
Manas, where are you based?
I'm based in Bangalore.
Okay.
Hey, is it really?
देखो
Yeah.
रवि भाई
अरे
फिर
यार
सर एक और नया बंधु मिल गए हमको.
हाँ देखो ना हाँ वही तो है
after 2 weeks now Ravi's voice will change. Storytelling
wow
voice.
really yeah is it it will turn into storytelling voice right
Storytelling voice, yeah. So I would request all the trainers in this forum to please utilize this learnings effectively in the storytelling. So please ensure that you have proper voice modulation, have proper tonality, you have proper shape of everything in terms of when you narrate the story, articulate the story.
All right. Are we good to close, everyone?
Yes, Swati.
yes thank you everyone thank you Swati thank you Manoj
Thank you
Deepak
so much.
sir
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you,
And it's always
everyone.
pleasure to be here.
Thank you
Yes,
so much,
everybody. Thank you,
everyone.
Saraswati sir and everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a nice evening.
Bye-bye.
bye bye
Yeah, bye. Thank you.